I met a veteran almost 3 years ago. And he showed me his trembling hands and how he had lost the strength and dexterity to do his job as an aircraft mechanic because of these metal clamps he worked with in the US Army and Navy for over 12 years, which led him to develop carpal tunnel and led him to lose his job, his house, his stability, everything. Now, an engineer, with a solution he called the interconnecting clamp, I joined him in this endeavor, and together we created UAT. Hi, my name is Eva Guerre. I'm founder CEO, and we're creating a new class of clamp for electrical wiring designed to reduce weight, improve safety, and simplify maintenance through the use of augmented reality and artificial intelligence. Currently, you can find over 1,000 clamps in a Black Hawk helicopter and up to 20,000 clamps in a commercial-sized aircraft. That's up to 1,400 pounds of unnecessary weight. You find them absolutely everywhere, in pipes, in wires, sometimes 4 of them all together. And the cushioning around these clamps degrades, exposing the metal, cutting into the insulation, which has led to electrical shorts and crashes such as the F-22s and Transatlantic Flight 800. I'm sorry if you fly a lot, I'm about to scare you. This leads to an electrical short, and these are the remains of one of these aircraft because of the clamp. Now, when mechanics have to install these clamps, they have to fit them in very tight spaces and use up to 7 parts of additional hardware per clamp. And when they do maintenance in wire to check for the good performance of these wires, they have to disconnect it, connect it to a hub, and then if they find a problem, they have to figure out where in the 2 miles to 45 miles of wiring that problem is. And these clamps are so difficult to install. And when you do them over the 1,000 across the years, it does lead to injury. Because it's ridiculous that these are the amount of tools you need to install them. Our solution is lightweight, ergonomic, and safe because of its design and the material it's made out of. Essentially, it makes it 65% lighter, and it's also non-conductive, completely eliminating that risk of electrical shorts. But we accelerate maintenance because we require 0 hardware. And not only that, here you have a mechanic, perfect scenario, and it still takes him over 5 minutes to install those clamps. With ours, it only takes 1 minute. We make maintenance 5 times faster. And even though the weight and time savings are substantial enough to make us essential in aircraft maintenance, that's only scratching at the surface of what we can do. We have the capabilities to make these clamps smart and have sensing capabilities that can detect amperage leaks, changes in temperature, electromagnetic interferences, and others. And use these data points to run it through a platform and then use augmented reality to help the mechanics localize faults and pre-diagnose faults, helping reduce human error. And that veteran I told you at the beginning, he's in the audience right now. Darren, can you please stand up? The pain he lives with every single day reminds him of the problem these mechanics are facing. And his passion and unique view into this problem are great vehicles to get us where we need to go. Thank you. We also have a great team of engineers. One of them with over 20 years of experience as a product development engineer for GE. Another one with over 20 years of experience as a mechanical engineer for Boeing. And you have myself. I built the business before. I did B2B contracting in Puerto Rico and scaled it where I had an exit. So the problems we're tracking right now are very important. United Airlines recently paid to make their in-flight magazines lighter, taking off 11 pounds, which led to $290,000 in fuel savings. Boeing brought back the retirees because simply they cannot keep up with demand. They're losing the mechanics to injuries such as pedestrian injuries, and simply non-new mechanics are coming into the business. So let me quantify this for you. Here I have a Chinook. We can take over 200 pounds on a Chinook. That means another soldier, which leads to $50 million in fuel savings and $3 million in maintenance savings. On a commercial-sized aircraft, we could take over 600 pounds. That leads to $63 million in fuel savings and $29 million in maintenance savings. We do have some competition. Amphenol and their thermoplastic clamp being our main competitor. However, they still require hardware and the weight savings are not that substantial. So let's take a B737 as an example. We can save double the maintenance, over 600 pounds, which leads to $249,000 in fuel savings. And we've received support. We have Lockheed Martin, Sikorsky, and BAE System supporting us in this endeavor and collaborating with us in the development of this technology, to the point that we have a 3-year contract with Sikorsky that leads to a pilot and implementation of the technology. Currently, we're raising $500,000 that will help us set up mass production and will help us with our operationals and lead expense and get further certification that will give us advantages within the market. And we are already on our way. We have the support from the big companies and the military. The Army named us phase 1, 2, 3, and 3 winners of their Expeditionary Technology Search, giving us $134,000 to develop this technology for the Future Vertical Lift Initiative. And we're going to present to them in October for further funding. And I'm very proud to announce today, for the first time, the Department of Defense stakeholders have selected UAT as one of their award winners for top innovations in the aviation maintenance industry. This has helped us secure a pipeline up to $1 million in pilots and pre-sales. So City of Erie, we are here to stay. We're looking to mass produce right here in Erie, and we're looking at over 500,000 units per month. And because of our continuous production, we have selected plastic as our manufacturing partner. We're going to open our offices here, create jobs and educational opportunities for the many wonderful people you have living right here. And with your help, we can make sure that no veteran has to suffer in silence like Darian, and that we can have safe wire maintenance so we can ensure that our troops, our loved ones, come home safe. Thank you.